Hey guys, what's going on? Your old buddy Tim back in the Revolved Realty studio. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We are continuing our discussion today on things you can do to make sure that your credit is good to go when it's time to get a home mortgage. And we'll do that right after this. Hey guys, your old buddy Tim back in the Revolved Realty studio. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As I said before the intro, we are continuing our discussion of your FICO score, your credit rating, and things that you can do to make sure that your credit is up to par when it comes time to get a home mortgage. Now, I've done a couple of videos already. If you haven't watched those, you can go back and do so now. In the first video, we talked about the various levels of credit scores from the bottom to the top and what each one means. Then we talked about some things you can do to kind of repair your credit score. We talked about paying off debt. We talked about paying on time. We talked about getting the bills current and staying there. On the last video here, we'll talk a little bit more on that topic. Before we get started, I want to tell you about one of our sponsors. That is Jacob Title. Stan McDonald and his team at Jacob Title. They are your hometown closer. They're one of the companies that we do a lot of business with. When it comes to closing your home, you want a team that you can count on to do everything right and do it economically. And if you mention to Stan and the team at Jacob Title that you heard about them on this program, they're going to knock $100 off your closing costs. So, hey, when you're buying a house, every little bit helps. So, okay, here are some things that you can do and a couple of things you need to understand about how credit reporting works. Just because you pay off a bill does not immediately remove it from your credit report. Things tend to stay on your credit report for a long time. Bankruptcies can stay on there, 7 years? They're going to report things like late payments, unpaid balances, that sort of thing. So even if you do pay it off, it doesn't immediately remove it from your credit report. Now, what you can do is you can contact the creditor and you can say, hey, I've paid this off. Can you re-report it? And if they're in a good mood and, that sort of thing, they'll do it for you. Another thing you can do is if you are having trouble paying your bills, one thing you can do is contact that creditor and just be honest with them. Say, look, we're having some issues here as far as our income goes. We can't afford to make the whole payment. Can we make a partial payment? Can we get maybe a grace period? I think you would be surprised how much these folks are willing to work with you, because at the end of the day, they just want their money, which they are due. It always kind of grinds my gears a little bit when I hear these commercials about, credit forgiveness and how you don't have to pay back your debt. Well, from a moral and legal standpoint, yes, you do. But you do have the right to do some negotiations. And I've found in the past that they will work with you on occasion. So if you're having issues, rather than letting your bills fall behind, contact that creditor. Say, can we, rather than sending in $100 this month, can we send in $50? Or can we have a couple of months where we don't have to send you anything and you can add that to the back end? You'll find that they're very creative and they're typically very willing to work with you. They don't want to turn you over to collections. They don't want it to get ugly. They just want their money. And if you borrowed their money under their terms, they are due their money back. Another thing you should do is always keep your credit card balances low. If you've got a credit card that has $3,000 line of credit, that doesn't mean you have to run up $3,000 on the credit card, which a lot of people do. Keep those balances low, because when a mortgage company does check your credit, they'll be able to see on your credit report exactly who you owe money to. They'll be able to see what the limits of those accounts are, what your balance is, how well you have paid. And so if you've got 3 or 4 credit cards and they are all at the max, that is a major red flag to anyone who's looking to give you credit. The last thing is this: if you are trying to get a home mortgage or you're going to try to get one soon, don't open new accounts. Don't go out and get another credit card. Don't get a gas card. Don't buy furniture. Don't buy car. Don't buy anything else on credit. You got to remember, every time you buy something on credit, your credit report score generally is going to go down. The more you owe, the lower your credit score typically. So you don't want to go out and put a bunch of new stuff on credit if you're trying to get a home mortgage. If anything, you should be paying those accounts off rather than adding to them, okay? Hey, I hope that made sense. I want to tell you one more a little thing. We've got another great sponsor here who, Stephen Allen and his team at the mortgage firm. Now, we refer a lot of folks to Stephen that have credit issues. Not only will Stephen and his team help you get a home mortgage, they will help you work through the process of repairing your credit to get you to the point where you can be pre-qualified. So I found that the mortgage firm with Stephen Allen and his team, they will go above and beyond to help you get that mortgage. And if you mention Stephen, to Stephen, that you heard about the mortgage firm here on this program, they are going to waive the home appraisal fee. That's a $450 value. So again, as I said earlier, when you are buying a home, there are a lot of associated costs. Every penny you can save is good. You should save as much as you can. All right, get those credit card accounts paid off. Get the balances low. Make sure you are current and don't open new debt. And you should be able, at some point, to get yourself a home mortgage. Hey, as always, if I can do anything for you when it comes to real estate, don't hesitate to give me a call, 256-679-0704, tim@revolved.com, or look me up on the web. I'm on Facebook, and of course, our website is revolved.com. All right, get out of here. Go have a great day. Just don't put it on credit. Not a good idea.